Hey, I promised you guys a home tour, so here it is. I had a little technical difficulty when I first recorded this video. I somehow lost some of the video. I think the camera stopped recording, etc., etc. But regardless, so you're going to see me on different days filling in some gaps, and then at the end of the video we'll do an update so you can see what kind of progress we've made. It's been about 2 weeks since I did the original recording. We're gonna go really quick through most of the house and then slow down a little bit in the kitchen because that's the area that we're focusing on right now. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the office, but don't judge because we've changed our mind like 5 times and we have some things to hang and a desk to move in and things like that just aren't done yet, and quite frankly I got tired. So here we go. All right, we're gonna just walk over here. Actually, we're gonna start in the workshop. I lied. Okay, this is our workshop. This is my very favorite. I want you to remember this piece. Excuse the units going. It's gonna go in the kitchen. Okay, lots of stuff space there, and I'll show you why we needed that. That's all sewing stuff that's going to go upstairs. Okay, this is my little laundry area. That's my dollhouse that my sweet great niece is going to get to play with next. You know, got laundry stuff and other stuff there. So, you know, we have units. I had my office in here, and this was driving me crazy, the noise. I have completely cleared those shelves there. Our little free library cart. I have this entire floor you could barely walk through here a few days ago. So we've worked really hard on that. My husband has been helping me, so when I finally leave him alone, he'll be able to go through his tools and things. This is going upstairs, blah blah blah. We're not going to go upstairs today. Lockers that we've used in the kids' bedrooms, we're now organizing and storing specific items in, and that's going to be great. We even managed to create a little workout space. Okay, let's go to the office now. This is going to be my daughter's space. It was my son's. You see our fabulous cube shelf, which is from IKEA, that we have had forever and love it. You know, stuff that needs to be put up. This is our quote-unquote home office here. This has been moved like 3 times, and last time I moved it I basically spilled everything, so I got to do it again. This is my work area, which again everything's getting moved and rearranged again, so it's a little bit of a mess. I just finished a hair video, so we have a few things out. We hung a track on the ceiling so that I have a backdrop curtain, which is absolutely amazing. And when I'm done, that can just push back and it goes all the way to the wall nice and tight, because that's a really lightweight curtain. So the goal is up there on that shelf there to have all of the ring lights, tripods, you see them still on from my video, and the camera that I'm actually holding now, to have a permanent fixture so I'm not having to set those up every time. These, if you ever want to go shopping for hair accessories, I've got to reorganize it because again it got moved twice, and well, I just need to redo it again, and stuff that needs to be put up. So we have basically reclaimed that space. We're gonna make a quick pass, and we're gonna skip the laundry room because you just don't need to see that. Just trust me, it's better than it was. The den, we have finally ordered our very first new couch. We've been married 16 years. Sorry, I had to think about that. And have never had a new couch. We always get hand-me-downs because we always wait until we can do what we want to do. But we keep talking. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? That's my favorite spot in the whole house right now. Now let's go to the kitchen. We are in the aftermath of major purge and yard sale, so everything's a mess. But see, here's the thing, everything was a mess before, but what I see that you may not see is more clear space on the walls and shelves. Like most of the stuff on this shelf here is either going in another room or about to be gotten rid of. So we had here a huge chalkboard, which I loved for many, many years. Sold it at the yard sale. And that unit that I showed you in the workshop is gonna go there. So all of this stuff here, my husband has to go through, poor thing, because it was stacked on a little folding metal, I guess it's basically was a baker's rack, very thin little rack. And you see what happens when you have something like that? Stuff falls, stuff piles up, nobody even knows what's there anymore. Here's what we've got. This cabinet has been reorganized. We've got the spices hanging up and everything in sensible locations. You see how there's clear space? Don't try to fill that. Don't get more stuff. And everything's going to mason jar type things. This is the first time since we redid the kitchen that I've had a place to put towels and heating pads. What do you call them? Oven mitts. We pared this down. It was filling up 2 drawers and overflowing. So we pared that down. Some of it got put up with serving things, which I'll show you in a second, and some of it we got rid of. Okay, I haven't done much here in this cabinet. So this is an area that we're going to be working on that Cheryl's helping me with. She liked this bin, and here's the thing, guys. I'll talk to you about that in a second. Maybe I'll just turn the camera around. So this is our like first aid and sunscreen and stuff like that. I mean, try to find something in there. No. So Cheryl liked my bin, so we don't need to replace that. And whether she liked it or not, I guess is irrelevant. I like it. But she said, let's see if we can just find some things to separate things. Oh, let me talk to you about Cheryl. So she came over last Saturday and helped me walk through all of this stuff. And she didn't go, oh, you need this, you need this, you need this. She didn't try to sell me the whole catalog. What Cheryl did was help me to come up with viable solutions that fit in the space we have and worked for my family and my functioning level and what we actually do, you know? So everything that we came up with together was simple, efficient, easy to do. But she didn't come over here and try to say, buy this, buy this, buy that. She came up with some solutions available from 31 and some solutions that I might be able to get somewhere else to kind of keep the costs down. Because when you 31 products are like worth every penny, but when you try to buy a lot of it all at once, it can get super expensive, which is why we're doing a party. So there's a link down there if you want to go shopping. I have several 31 products that I've purchased from her. I love every single one of them. So I know that they're going to hold up and stand the test of time. And when I'm doing something that is going to be forever, I want something quality. Now, there are areas that we're okay with skimping and getting something a little less expensive or temporary or etc. But it just kind of depends on what the space is and what we're going to be doing with it. And Cheryl helped me figure out where we could cut and get the most bang for our buck and minimize our spending on this little project. And she was amazing, amazing, and super helpful. This is all of my baking stuff. Can you see that? So this is a caddy. I'll have to look up the name and I'll put it over the video, but this is the caddy that I put all of my baking stuff in. So all the sprinkles and, gosh, I really should just pull it out, shouldn't I? So our idea is that everything high and hard to reach should be grabbable, almost like a drawer that you can just pull down. And in the past, I've used like milk crates, which are very heavy. I want you to just kind of see how much is in here. Okay, this is like some cookie cutters and decorating things, all my icing tips. Can you see them? There they are. Over here Have my little tiny cookie cutters. I can put like these icing bags. Eventually I'll put in there. We've got little pockets on the side. I put the birthday candles here with my big icing bag. I'll probably reorganize this at some point. We just did it. Like, I bought that from her that day. I'm like, please don't take that home. I need it. And so all of our loose random sprinkles that we can probably consolidate are in here. And all of my food coloring, I had this clear bin already. That's all, and it just nests right there on top. So, and then I can just, when I'm done, slide that back in there. So, what is also in there, I can't even remember what's in here. What's in there? Just random baking items that I use specifically for baking, usually for birthdays and things like that. So I can just pull that out, and it's got a lid on it. So I can put stuff on top of it, like this sugar that I don't use often can go right on top, and it's not. So then I can put that caddy back, and all my baking mixes can go there. But I like the glass jars because I can see what it is. I'm going to give you a little tip here. Chalk, no, it wipes off. So you need to get you one, but a chalk pen or print labels, which this one's like really old, but or get custom stickers, whatever. So up here we have all of the large pots and pans and things that I use for gatherings, like Christmas or Thanksgiving and things like that. But the cabinets used to go to the ceiling, and so we needed to use that space. I don't think we're finished up here yet. I really haven't even touched that. I actually forgot about that cabinet. Basically, we keep popcorn and more serving stuff up there. Okay, so these are extra plates and serving things. And back there is a basket. We were gonna get, I think we were gonna get a cube for that, but I actually found a basket that I use to store serving stuff in. Can you see it through all the pills? So it's a really nice size basket, and all that stuff I can just pull down at once, and that works. So, but we are gonna get something to better deal with the medicine, and then when we get that, my husband and I will work on dumping old stuff and consolidating. Okay. So Cheryl said something, out of sight, out of mind. This used to be our snack pantry. Or not snack, but where we kept like chips and bread and things like that. Things that, you know, nobody's gonna forget about the chips, right? I know. So I moved those down to here because we all know they're there. So they can just go get them. Now yesterday's video, I'll put a link. It's gonna pop up for you, but wait till we're done and then watch that one. I'll also put it in the description, the link, so you don't have to scroll back for it. This is where we're gonna put these caddies for our food storage, but I talked about that yesterday. So all the chips and stuff are down there. I put all the nuts and things in mason jars. I love mason jars. I'm kind of a junkie. I like them because, you know, you can see. Oh, I'll show you a little secret too, how to get free ones. So here's a tip. If you don't have like a label maker, which mine just ran out of cartridge, you can cut those labels and put them in there. Or something I taped on. Oh, here we go. Like, my husband really likes to know the rice directions, so I just taped that to the back for him. I used a tape gun and shipping tape. Okay, so let's go back over here. Okay, so here, this shelf that's basically the eye level shelf are things that we can actually make a meal with, or that we use on a regular basis, like this sticky. And I put a little tray. This tray was in that drawer with all the serving stuff that we got rid of, or cooking utensils that we didn't need. So I used that for sticky stuff, so I don't have to worry about that, and I can just pull this napkin out and wash it. So all the canned goods and pastas and things like that. Now up here, my favorite part. These are, I just got this today. Did you know this existed? My son is addicted to that stuff, so that's actually not gonna stay there long because he'll use it and then we'll have to put it in the fridge. We have M&Ms and popcorn all the time, so these are always handy. So before you go to the store, you come in here and you check to see if we already have it. So like, these are my overflow oats. and you can just pull this little tray out. These were some trays that I bought for work, and I repurposed them here because I'm not doing events anymore. We are back in the kitchen and going to try to go over some of the things that got cut off. Let's see, let's go. We're gonna go down to the lower cabinets and then back up to the upper cabinets in the pantry. Down here, we have baking pans and the little things you put your cake on, the cardboard things, and large bulkier items. So what we're gonna do is get some bins, you see, to put all those pans in so that I can just easily pull them out. We got some in a like temporary small basket, but it doesn't fit them all, so we're gonna get a larger bin. And then we're gonna get the, I think we decided on the folding file caddy to put these smaller things in that I always have on hand because I love baking cakes for my kids. No, I don't love baking cakes for your kids. Unless you're my family. Sorry. Love you though. Okay, let's back up and take a look at the whole pantry. But while we're close, if you check out, I'm going to put a link in the video, you can see how I got my HelloFresh organized in those caddies. Doesn't that look great? But so here we go. Doesn't that look better and less overwhelming? And really, it looks like a lot of stuff, but there's really not that much in there. So I'm very excited. One of the things that was going on in our kitchen, and this was something we talked about with the contractor when we redid the kitchen, was needing everything to flow and be functional together. Does that make sense? So like instead of walking 3 places to do one task, get it all organized together. Now that we've reorganized, we have in this bottom cabinet, we still have to get something to hold up the pots. We have pots and pans, and look, we got rid of probably 8 to 10 pots and pans that didn't get used very much. And also there's a thing I've been learning about not having too much, because then you just have to kind of work around it. It's just inventory, and the more pans you have, the longer you're gonna wait to do the dishes. Same thing goes for dishes. So this is the extent. There's a few things in the dishwasher, of course, bowls, cups, glasses, and up here are paper products that we don't use often. So there's a few more plates and bowls and glasses, of course, but the rest of my plates, if you spotted them right there, extra plates that match my set are back there, so we can pull those out if we want them. So now, let's take a look now at the first aid area that I showed you that was a hot mess. We have reorganized that. We found some bins at the at-home store that worked with the bin that we already had, so that's great. We didn't have to wait to buy something when we order our 31 stuff. Okay, look, this is all, while we're down here, this is all the paper towels we keep in storage now. No more big packs, because over here in this drawer I have reusable paper towels. We'll talk about those another day, but not in this series. So this is all of our I need to fix someone now stuff. Band-aids, we have way too many. You can see how those become, like, you think you don't have any Band-aids because you can't find them, and then now you have a million. So as time goes by, that will dwindle. Okay, not 100% finished with this, but we have our face masks because that's a thing now. I found another one actually a few minutes ago. We have we had 4 jars of bottles of alcohol. So I consolidated those down to 2 and then found one more. Peroxide, same thing, we had 2 or 3 bottles. These are bandages and wraps in a separate little bin. Around the edges, I think I have bug spray, which I have not gone through. And then in this blue closable bin, which is great because I can just take it with me if we're going on a trip. I can just throw that whole bin in the car. But I have not sorted these to see what's expired and etc. I did throw away some empties, but why do we do that? Why do we keep empty stuff? So this is much more functional. And I'm very, very, very happy with that. I and it's just right there by the door. So when kids come in with scraped knees, I can take care of it, and there's nothing potentially poisonous or hazardous to the dogs. It's just peroxide and alcohol and saline. And peroxide is actually handy for the dogs. Did you know, random fact, if your dog eats something that they're not supposed to, you can use a, like, you know, the plastic medicine syringes, get the biggest one you can find, and shove peroxide as much as you can get in there into their mouth, throat, and that will induce vomiting. So whatever it is will come up before it gets through their digestive system. Very handy. I know this because we had a dog that liked to eat socks, and that is very unsafe. So don't let your dogs eat fabric, or your vet will personally call you and tell you to get it out with peroxide. Okay, we're gonna do a quick walkthrough update now. You just saw basically the whole kitchen, so we won't need to update there, but we're gonna walk through backwards what we've done everywhere. It's still a mess because we had furniture delivered. Well, let's just say life. It's still a mess because life. We're still in the process of this purge, and where we are at this point is, after yesterday, is we're at a stop. We're at a complete stop. Not complete, because you never really stop, but we're at a stop so that we can catch up, put things where they belong, and maintain the progress that we've made. What you don't want to do is try to do too much at once, and that's kind of what we did on purpose because of the yard sale that I mentioned. But the rest of the house is not common spaces or highly frequented by me living space, or, you know, things like that. So we've basically gotten the parts of the house that are central to our functioning under control. And so now we just have to maintain and live those. And then I will slowly pick apart at the rest of the house. Even if it takes 5 years, I don't care, but it will get done. And I'm kind of taking things as I see them. And sometimes that's literally one object at a time. Okay? One object at a time. It's okay. Just put a bin or a box in your closet or by your door, or just hang a bag on the back of your front door handle, and put in that things that you want to donate or drive around and give to someone else, and set a time, whether it's once a week, every 2 weeks, even just once a month, and drive around and deliver and donate and drop those things off and get them out of your house. But if it's throwaway, get rid of it. And as you get deeper into that process of clearing out your home, you will find that you have space to create a designated space for those things that you're going to donate or pass on, and just put them in one thing. And if it's something you want to give to someone else, if you haven't given it to them within a month, either mail it to them or let it go to someone else, or donate it. Let it go. You do not need to be responsible for that inventory. Let them know you have it and say, hey, I've got this for you if you'd like to stop by and pick it up. Or you can drop it off yourself. But don't let it stay and be something else that you have to maintain just because you want them to have it. If they need it, they'll come get it. If they just want it, they might or might not come get it. Let's go through the house. Are you ready? We're gonna be really fast, promise. I moved my plant so I can see it. Okay, you ready for the den? Our furniture came yesterday, so I got the chairs put together, and then we put the couch together last night. So look at this. Look how open and airy it is. I'm gonna put a photo here that I took this morning. And I got that off the window so it's nice and light. But look at all that open space. The catch is gonna be to keep people from dropping things right here. We like clear open space. And what's cool is, you know, if we have a lot of people over or kids or something, we can pile up some bean bags here from their rooms or pillows or something like that, so everybody can just have a place to sit. We can move chairs in here. We've got plenty of room to add more seating when necessary. I can even put a table here for Christmas dinner or something like that. There's plenty of room there for that. Please ignore our carpet. These are going to be put up too. We're just not there yet. but I love this. I'm gonna do a full review of this furniture, so make sure if you're watching this on YouTube that you subscribe if you are interested in that. It's all from IKEA. I'm gonna do a full review on putting it together and how we like it. Okay, office area. We got my daughter's fixed. She's doing like a Marvel theme, so we got her some sound foam, this stuff, and still working on this cube area. Again, this is some stuff my husband's got to help me with, but haven't had time. These are things my daughter is selling on eBay. Home office area is still a wreck. There's my curtain I actually used today. I found this, look, be careful when you buy stuff when you're trying to clean. This typewriter table, and I'm just in love with it, yesterday at Goodwill, and I wanted something to set here. I didn't go in looking for that, but I wanted something to put my laptop on because I can never use this surface of the table, which I've actually been using while I'm working on this video to write down notes of what I need to fix. So now I can use that for shipping, for writing cards, for packaging and things like that, or just journaling, etc. So mostly that stayed the same. I did get rid of that shelf that was here, the wooden cabinet. I did get this cabinet mostly sorted out on the inside. I still have a little bit to do, but we have all our trays, and I can just pull out the rest. And under here is my little secret storage area. So that's really great. And we have more stuff here and more stuff here, and all my little flyers and brochures over here out of the way on the wall in the corner. Still a few things to put up. Let's check on the workshop. Okay, I did laundry in here for the first time with it clear for the first time last week. Decided I wanted some different hampers for everyone to take their clothes up because what we were using was squishing. Got these at Walmart, super cheap for like $2. I was planning to get the 31 totes, but the way that my children take care of their things right now, I didn't want to do that. So decided to get these instead for now and see if this works. And then maybe later we can spend the money on that. Drying rack I can fold up and put over there. Basket, and that's a luggage rack that I actually use. So what I do on laundry day, I have a laundry day now. I still do laundry through the week, but every Friday I do everyone's laundry. So I bring all those drying things outside on when it's a sunny day. You see I've got a quilt drying now. That's not a nice quilt, so nobody freak out. I mean, it is a nice quilt, but it's from Target. It's not like a home handmade one, and I'm just letting it dry. Usually the way that you dry a quilt is I will spread out a sheet on the grass and lay it out, spread it out in the sunshine, and then come up and flip it later. Better though, instead of the sunshine so it doesn't fade. Is that my actual finger or a shadow? If you can put it in the shade of a tree, then that's better because you won't have sun fading. I know, just what you came here to see, right? Workout areas holding strong. Some unfortunate things have been added in here, but some of them have a purpose. We just haven't figured out where we're gonna put this basket of balls yet. This is the donation stuff that I have emptied like 5 times already. Little free library has some things to go out. This is still not done, not done, not done. You already saw this, blah, blah, blah. We brought in, this is a table that I want to keep. I'm not ready to get rid of it. I don't need it in my house right now though. So what we're gonna do with it is we put it here, and of course there's sewing machines under there because we all have a collection of sewing machines, right? But my husband has this saw and a tile saw, and they're very heavy. He uses this one pretty regularly to cut and fix things for us and build things for us, and this one more so when he's, you know, actually laying tile. But so we're gonna put those things on top of that table so he doesn't have to pick them up all the time. But we just got that back in here a couple days ago, so he'll do that later. This has been great so far. This is still here. Everybody that's watching this video, tag my husband if you know him and tell him to get this moved to the kitchen for me. All right, kids. All right, that's the update. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was extremely long, but I just have so many things I want to tell you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining the party. Thanks for helping me organize. I would love your feedback, your thoughts, ideas. What can I do to make it better, especially the kitchen, because that's what we're focusing on. And what ideas have helped you figure out what to do for your kitchen or house. Thanks.
I wanted to show you guys this right here. Apparently they say that everyone should have their vaccine. So you've seen it.
They're not technically free. You kind of have to define free in a certain way. It looks like the one that I had in my hand was empty, but if you go to Slim Chickens and buy their jar desserts that are delicious and amazing, they come in a jar. Just this size. Now it does have a full lid. It doesn't have the rim that replaces, but for the purpose of what we're doing here, that's just fine. I've also used those to send things home with friends because I love Slim Chickens dessert, especially the Heath Bar brownie and the anything cheesecake ones that they have. So my husband is under strict orders that anytime we go to Slim Chickens, I get dessert. And so I have basically an endless supply of those. And I love that it's reusable packaging. It's really great.